Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
So it's down to business here. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I really like the look of this fella, João Pedro, Peter. He has a lovely brand of flair, skillful, quick, composed.
Well, that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Caicedo. And it's Fernandez. Pedro Neto. Time to deliver. Brilliantly cut out. Stones. Lewis. And it's played forward. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Guardiola looks to the other side. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Hit into the middle. Chance to shoot! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Haaland, he'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Lewis. Foden. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Nouri. Palmer. Fofana, gently done. Now it's João Pedro.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Savinho, and he goes cross-field. Bernardo Silva. Nori. Claudio. That's really well manoeuvred. Nori. Savinho. Rodri. Nori. That is good strength. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Rodri. And here's Haaland. Shapes to shoot! They've scored! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And it's Caicedo. Muscular approach does pay off here. Rodri did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
The worst choice he could pick. He needed to get his head up and see the outlet to his right.
And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Savinho. Played out wide. Very nicely done. Played in deep. Gets it away. Rodri. Pedro Neto. James. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Caicedo. And it's Cucurella. João Pedro. Palmer. Caicedo. Colwill. Colwill played out towards the right wing. James crossing. Oh, smashing header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Rodri. Ruben Dias, aim forwards. João Pedro. Caicedo. Out towards the flank. That is lovely. Fernandez. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Could be danger here. Cross goes in there. Diving header! Now that was a full-blooded header.
João Pedro instinctively knew that it was his best option. The planning beat the execution though.
Ruben Dias. Foden. 2 down already, a nightmare start. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Lewis. Nouri. And here's Haaland. Savinho! Looking for a decent ball in. Danger averted for now. Rodri have it back and can go again. Foden shifted upfield.
Really looking to do something that's simple here, Peter, but it has to be effective.
How exactly can they do that?
Well, they're tucking their fullbacks into midfield to enable their more talented personnel to push forward.
Aimed in towards the centre. Palmer. Caicedo. João Pedro. Fernandes. Cucurella. And it's Palmer. Now it's Palmer. Played into the middle. Climbs up big! Oh, it's come loose. Foden. Played towards the other side. Moved on forwards. Nouri. Now it's Haaland. Caicedo. Fernandes. Out to the right. Oh, that's nice. James. In by James. Tries to get it clear. Foden. Played into space out wide. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. That's tidy. There are a few waiting for it. Oh, nice touch. Bernardo Silva. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Savinho. João Pedro. Pedro Neto. Fernandes. Palmer. And it's Cucurella. Cucurella. Palmer. Cucurella. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Lewis. Stones. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Showing good feet. Bernardo Silva, played out to the left flank. Goes to finish! That's going to go a long way. Foden. Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. That's a little off target. Cucurella. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Nouri. And here's Savinho. He is just caressing the ball. Serves up across. And here's Foden. Foden plays it in. Nice interception, well timed. Palmer. Fofana. Played towards the other side. Pedro Neto is onto it in a flash. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Colwell. Fofana. Fofana forwards and with intent. Cucurella. Palmer. Fernandes. Caicedo. João Pedro is having a shot! That carried quite a threat. Lewis. Foden. Pedro Neto producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Foden. Oh, that's really good play on the right, he's driving forward. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Pedro Neto. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Pedro Neto looks to get on the end of this. Lewis. Looks to the other side. Savinho. Nouri. And it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. And a chance! And that's caused a worry or two. Bernardo Silva with the short one. Colwell clears it away. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Nouri. Now it's Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Oh, it's played into the area. Pedro Neto. James. And he goes cross-field. Cucurella. Fofana. Rodri. Foden. Foden looking to get on the end of this. Fernandez played over towards the opposite flank. Colwill. Pedro Neto. James. Caicedo. Fernandez. And it's Fernandez. And he shoots! It's a clearance, but not much of one. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Fernandez. Caicedo. And he shoots! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Savinho. Played towards the other side. It's a promising run he's making on the right. Swings in across. Cucurella. Fofana. Fernandez. Caicedo. Haaland did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And it's Palmer. Cucurella. Oh, such a clever touch. Cucurella puts them all in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Caicedo. Plenty waiting in the middle. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
James gets across to intercept that. Cucurella. Fofana. Fernandez. Bernardo Silva. Stones. Bernardo Silva. And here's Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Here's a chance!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Good play on the left-hand side here. Fofana. Palmer. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Foden, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Sabinho. Bernardo Silva. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Lewis knocks it out wide. And that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
Fernandes. Spread out to the left. He is through here. Proves too strong. He can get that clear. Correa gets into some space. Guardiola tries to clear. And that's a throw. Nuri. Lewis. Rodri has created one goal already. Sabinho. Sabinho's cross. Chalobah gets good distance on it. Fofana. That's really well manoeuvred. Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Fofana looks to the other side. And it's James. Pedro Neto. James, now here's the delivery. Bernardo Silva. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Foden. Lewis. Foden. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Takes a shot! Correa. Chalobah. Caicedo. Over to the left. No way through there. Rodri. Sabinho. Oh, sweet feet. Nuri. Pedro Neto did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Ball's played through. Pedro Neto. Oh, that's neat. James crosses. Palmer gets flagged offside. Chooses to go cross-field. Vardiol. Nori. And here's Savinho. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Savinho. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland. Big chance! The ball is loose and the chase is on. And it's Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Rodri. Foden opts to play it back. Foden. Defending of the desperate variety. Ball's gone out of play. And here's Savinho. Can he deliver? Savinho's cross. Fofana tries to clear. And it's half-time here. We can review the first half.
I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here, but there's still a maybe at play.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal, but they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Lewis. Bernardo Silva. Nori. Bernardo Silva. And here's Savinho. Rodri. Lewis. Played out to the right. James. Chalobah. Cucurella. Fernandez. Caicedo. James. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Cucurella, and that's aimed into the middle. Deftly away. Referee's given a throw. And it's Cucurella. Lovely bit of skill. So who's he picking out? Palmer. Rodri shifted upfield. Savinho. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Caicedo. João Pedro. Oh, good spread. Foden. Lewis. Rodri.
Foden.
Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Caicedo does really well to win the ball there. Fernandes. Palmer. And again they run up against stubborn defending. Stones aim forwards. Nouri. Stones. Foden. Rodri. And here's Haaland. Foden. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Cucurella. Palmer. Fofana.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Savinho. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Nice control. Savinho! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Savinho just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Fofana. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. James. James, hurtling down that right flank. Now that's well seen too. Haaland. Bernardo Silva. Caicedo. James. João Pedro. Caicedo. Fernandes. James. Aimed in towards the centre. Pedro Neto has failed to find anyone. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Lovely feet. Big chance, corner. Fofana getting this one clear. Oh, great! Haaland! Keeper's dealt with that. Now it's Bernardo Silva, and it's Rodri. Oh, he's found him in space! Fernandes. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Chalobah played over towards the opposite flank. Played towards the other side. Foden.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Bernardo Silva. Fernandez wins the duel this time. Fofana. Rodri. Played out towards the right wing. That's good play. And here's Haaland. Haaland! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Thumps it clear. And here's Savinho. Palmer. Now it's João Pedro. James. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto carries the ball down the right. That's very neat. That's a cute ball. And back out it comes. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Only partially clear. Now it's Haaland. Savinho. Out to the left it goes. That is lovely. Nouri. And here's Savinho. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Fofana chooses to go cross-field. Pedro Neto. Oh, nice touch. Cross in, looks like a good one. Oh, they could be chance! Delivered across. Ruben Dias is there, and he can get that clear. Up he goes! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
João Pedro demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just cleared enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. I think it's just top play.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Fofana defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Palmer. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Foden. Succumbs to the pressure. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. France ball now. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Palmer. Oh, what a climb! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Pedro Neto. Savinho makes the interception.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Colwell gets it clear. Ignoring. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. It's a mighty effort! Couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Fernandez, gently done. Savinho. Ruben Dias. Foden. Palmer did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. James. And it's played forward. And here's Neto. Pedro Neto looking to run onto it. Oh, that's nice. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro. And it's Caicedo. Goes for goal! And they can't read. It's a throw-in. Caicedo. Lovely bit of skill. Fernandez. Fired deep towards the back post. A chance to play it in. Savinho getting this one clear. Now who's going to be first to this? And here's Neto. That does surprise everyone, and not in a good way. Silva, Guardiol, and he goes cross-field. Foden, Ruben Dias, Foden, Bernardo Silva, moved on forwards. Ignoring, spread out to the left. Driven towards the far post. James. Looks to the other side. Palmer. João Pedro. Palmer. He's got away. Palmer. Oh, what a climb! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Lovely feet. Just about up to 75 minutes. Ambitious ball here. And it's played forward. Foden. Foden. Nice control. Savinho. Bernardo Silva. And here's Haaland! Fofana. Cucurella. Palmer. Cucurella. João Pedro. Palmer gets across him.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And he goes cross-field. And it's Bernardo Silva.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, shooting chance! Defending of the desperate variety. This is quite a run, and he's not done yet. Looks across and plays it in.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Savinho. Foden.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Played back to the goalkeeper. That's really well manoeuvred. Savinho. Savinho. That's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Pedro Neto. James. He's in space and looking for options.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's Lewis. Rodri. Oh, that's neat. Rodri. Lewis. And here's Haaland.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Great defending, strong and determined. Haaland. Savinho. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Caicedo. Played towards the other side, calmly anticipates. Rodri. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Fernandes. Over to the left. Palmer. Fernandes. And it's Palmer. That's a good run down the left. Oh, such a clever touch. There's the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Rodri. Rodri forwards and with intent. Fernandes. Palmer. Cucurella picks it up now. And it's hoisted clear. Really well cleared.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And it's made its way to him.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode. Look, their supporters must be going balmy about this because there's no sense of purpose in what we're seeing.
Colwell. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Bernardo Silva. Haaland tries to thread one through.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Palmer. Nice physical challenge. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. They are right into last chance territory.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Foden. Cucurella. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Fernandes. Palmer. Palmer shifted upfield. One good cross, maybe the last chance. Shot a goal! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Pedro Neto is offering a wry smile there.
Foden tries to clear, and here's Neto. Pedro Neto! And that has been cleared. And it's Caicedo. Fernandes. Final seconds, this has to be it. And here's Palmer. Caicedo. Guardiola can get it clear. Crossed in again. That is a brilliant interception. Haaland on 2 now and looking for 3. Deep into stoppage time. It is now or never. Time is against them. Fernandes in with the challenge. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Pedro. Always onto this. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Lewis. Foden. Great defending, strong and determined. Pedro. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. James. Pedro Neto in acres of space out wide. Bernardo Silva. And that is that. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?